right. Good morning. We got news here right at the open in 30 minutes. And then 30 minutes after that, we have Jolt's jobs. So we got Fed Powell speaking at the European Central Bank. So should get us a good reaction here today. We have a bias on NASDAQ right now. We, as in me. Yesterday we came down and I took this log here uh, into this PD array matrix view. Yeah, there you go. So you can see, that there was an order block here. We waited for the ES to sweep the low. But yeah, anyways, looks like ES has come down overnight. I was debating getting long NASDAQ before I went to bed because we were in an area of interest on the 1 hour. But I was like, you know what, ES doesn't look good. It looks like it's going to head lower, so it could drag down NASDAQ. Same thing as yesterday. So looks like it's already done that. I think it's not over, though. It may be. It has gotten very close to that new week opening gap. So if we go to the weekly, yeah, hasn't tagged it, but super close. May need to come down again. Let's look at the 5-minute. Yeah. It's not for the time frame that these moves have been on. I don't know if I'm convinced of this, but we'll have to see. We can compare the Dow. Dow swept a low. Could just be still needing to hit this low, though, because we did fail here, and there was a 1 hour fair value gap in there. Sold off. But we are looking for downside. We're looking weak because this didn't displace. So, but that doesn't mean that's not necessarily a reversal signal. It's more like a sign. Okay. But yeah, this could be it. This looks like we could just be ready to head back up. If you go to the 5 here. Yeah, it looks like we're holding this whole BPR apparently. Yeah, it's a little, if you consider this an order block. But anyways, we'll start a real analysis here. So for our daily, whoa. That's like kind of a big move. So yeah, we've taken out, just overnight, we've swept the close, but then nothing really else. Still working out the range. 4 hour looks pretty good for a long. Already in a discount on this move. And we have a displacement here, so this is an area we'd want to get long. Yeah, it's holding everything like I'd expect it to, with ES taking out the low. What else? ES on the daily. Yeah, same thing. ES is taking the low. Nice little candle there, but yeah, hasn't shown any signs. I just don't like how it didn't touch the actual gap here. This is the range I was looking for. This order block was looking for this to hit, so it has hit it, but I'm worried at the open because it's not regular trading hours. We're just gonna have a big gap down, and it may need to hit that again, hit this for the regular session, because I've just noticed that that's a common occurrence. We'll get like a double hit based on the key levels if there's like a time frame shift like that, like overnight to regular trading hours. But yeah, we're gonna have a big gap on the open, so we will. I do want a long. I am looking for a long. As of right now, it's 7 o'clock, so not my style to get long at this time frame. If it was 6:30 and there was news, then yeah. Yeah, we are getting a reaction here. So yeah, maybe I'm missing it, but we'll see at the open. We might just shoot up right at the open. Is there signs that this needs to head lower? I mean, the mid point of this. Oops. Has not been hit. So we'll just wait patiently. Been wanting to trade the Russell. Ooh, okay, now that looks very clean now. That's what I was wanting. We came and created these equal lows, and I was wanting to long this, but then I was like, there's equal lows. Don't like longing those. Didn't even see this. Should have looked at this when I got out this morning, because this is our accumulation area where smart money is getting in, and that's obviously, you'd consider something in here a clean order block, but that's all I really look for. Equal low sweep. Could have just gone long into the mid-range of here at below the sweep for the reversal target. So I think I'll be playing the Russell today. This looks the easiest, especially with how sold we are versus the others, and this is the rotational play that I've been waiting for. Dollar, man, it's left those equal highs there. Maybe we're just gonna come and take out this low and then head back up. So that might give us our pullback we're looking for, which would coincide with the NASDAQ and all those other guys. Okay, let me pull up my traded on the Top Step account yesterday because I needed to just have a trade on it. Been trading my Apex because I accidentally forgot to cancel one of them, but cool, super cheap anyways. But yeah, I'll be watching Russell, pulling up my charts on the side here so that I can just keep an eye on these, my two main watches, NASDAQ and Russell. Put these on the 5-minute charts. Let's look for a pullback at the open. I'd love if it came down to this range here, because then I'd get in and I'd have a stop like below, somewhere safer, like this. So ideally, get in there, conservative stop, big volatile swing could be happening today, so I'd have a huge target, probably up here. If we get it, I don't really expect it to move. What is that? 10, like huge percent. I'm not expecting it to. Oh, it could do that. That's not out of the realm, especially with the news today. If Powell's speech is crazy. But yeah, I wrote my plan down yesterday. NASDAQ had the sweep. Let me just read it. The Nasdaq's holding stronger. We've already seen that. SMT divergence, really strong SMT divergence here. So could be interesting if we came down into here while the ES did hit that sweet spot, because that might just be another trade in the exact same area. So we'll see though. But yeah, I'm still just looking for a discount on NASDAQ. Just waiting for, we've gotten the sweep on ES, so we have met one of the criteria that I'd want to see. We've already gotten it. We've already gotten it here. We've already gotten it on Russell. Now we're just waiting for time to align. So maybe we missed it because of the 6:30. For me, it's 6:30, but for New York, the 8:30 level, which is, if you see, that was that reversal. So might have just missed it. Yeah, same thing on ES as yesterday. I would have loved to see this hit this though. So let's just be patient. I think the last thing we're waiting for is the dollar. Obviously, if this, it has created a market structure shift, so it's definitely gonna head for this low. Could inverse this gap here. Let's change this color. Could inverse that and turn it into a bounce area for us to hit these highs. What about the Dow Jones? Yeah. This may be our sign of clarity that this needs to take this low. Because look at that, it's already a little bit pulling back. DXY close, looking for the, yeah, equal highs, close the daily inside the, so yeah, we got targets on the regular trading hours here. So this is what I'm shooting for. We're going to open up down here. Maybe we'll get a hit down here again. And then definitely first PT to be like the gap fill or just these. This would be my main target. I'd probably, just target that because we've already taken liquidity in here. So the only logical areas are going to be in here and up here. So that'll be a good trade if it sets up. Yeah. Let's go back to, dang, yeah. Might have missed it. As for the flow was kind of tricky because we had both calls and puts on with high premiums. Net volume was just calls though. This is the Qs. If we look at the bearish, that was mainly for yesterday. For today, it was a little bit more bullish yesterday. A little bit more bearish for today. If we go to, we're at bull premium. Let's look at call put premium. Same story. Let's look at net premiums. Yeah, so we're but the thing is we're already below where we opened yesterday, and with the amount of bearish premium, that might be their target. So they might right at the open be closing all those and reversing their positions. So we'll see how that works. Excuse me. I just try to keep it simple with this stuff. Whereas the net flow for SPY was getting crushed. So market tide's kind of where we'd want. Yeah, market tide's super bullish. Weird. That is weird. Is this? Yeah, these are below. These are negative. So were they? I don't know what's going on there, but I need to see. This is where I need to work on my flow studies and figure out what does this mean when it's negative, because they're like, it should mean the inverse. If calls are negative, that's bearish, but then puts were negative too. So both were getting closed. Assface tweeted about this. I'm gonna check out what he just said, since he's the flow expert. So he says, based on SPY net flow, they sold both calls and puts end of day, which leads to believe the gap fill, at least partial, in the afternoon. Buy to close calls, they sold at open and then rip it later in the day, so the puts are worthless. Let's see. Let me just show you. Buy to close calls. So they're buying. Yeah, they're closing their calls, obviously, because this is a bullish volume, big. So they sold at open. Okay. So that's confusing. But anyways, yeah, I think that it's, with what he's seeing, it agrees with what I'm actually looking for anyways. So my analysis here on the flow is we are bullish and something's happening in the net flow, which we've gapped down. So that could be why we gap down here, and then we should clean this up, hopefully, and this should be green today, hopefully, if that's what we're looking for. All right, so let me get to my actual trading plan. So we've got Powell and Jolts, DXY, looking for the sweep. You know what? If we get that sweep, I might get long euro and pound. Sweep and rejection. But that's the other thing, is we also have the higher time frame relative equalize up here. But at least in the shorter time frame, we could work this area out. So not extremely clear here is what I'm trying to say, but it could go. Yeah, we're looking for a rejection, so that's a good area. Midnight and Asian sessions, yeah, we haven't really looked at those specifically, but yeah, we just headed lower. Yeah, London was the sweep. London sweeps. London sweeps, and then little reversal at the embargo time frame up to, so the bias for me is we are bullish on all time frames. Basically, we have clear draws on NASDAQ and ES for upside. Russell, my other watch, Dow Jones is bearish. Russell is bullish. So we're looking for longs on Russell. And that's a rotational narrative. This is more of a fundamental play. Obviously, we do have higher time frame supporting. But as for this, like, this isn't super bullish price action. But obviously we're getting a really strong move here. So this is confirming my long thesis here. But anyways. Higher. The draw for liquidity is higher on ES and Russell. Where we expect it to manipulate. ES, the new week opening gap. NQ inside. Somewhere inside the discount. Where will we distribute? Relative equal highs. Okay. So trading plan. Long Russell. Into that inverse to this area. See this. Hopefully we come back into this little accumulation. Long Russell with confluence in price and time with hopefully flow and DXY, but I might just take the entry regardless. So, because this is just exactly what I was looking for. So, just based on the price action. So I don't think I'll need any other confirmations. So I'm gonna long Russell. I might just put it in order before anything even happens. And then long the NASDAQ once things clear up with ES and Dow Jones with time at the jolts, at the opener of jolts, and then what else was I gonna look for? Either that or if we get a market structure shift with where we're at right now. From where we're reversing at the 830 level. As in, if we get a clean market structure shift on a higher time frame, like 15-minute, if this can cleanly displace like up here, and then we pull back maybe before we break this high, back into here, boom, that would be money. So we'll just see how this works out, as well as watching this to see if we tap that new week opening gap, and then hopefully that's the time to go higher. So yeah, that's the plan. Sleep wasn't too great, but I'm feeling really good right now. It wasn't bad though, but I'd rate it like a 7.2 out of 10. All right, that's the plan. I'll be watching the pound and the euro, especially since we're at the ECB for Powell. So this will be a swing play, and then I'll be more patient at this. I don't want to chase it since we do have those higher time frame equal highs, so on the DXY. So won't be too greedy or impulsive with that, but it does look like this is an accumulation, and we do have equal lows, so Just got to be careful. But we'll look for signs, and then maybe just for a smaller swing trade, you know. And then yeah, we got the Russell and NASDAQ setups. Okay, that is it. Adios.